If you're thinking about grabbing the ASUS TUF Gaming A15, hold up, because today I'm diving deep and revealing what no other review will tell you about this supposedly gaming powerhouse. But here's what surprised me. Despite the flashy specs and military-grade durability claims, this laptop has some serious drawbacks you need to know before you hit that buy button. Most people rave about its NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 and Ryzen 5 4600H. But what if I told you it's not all smooth gaming and buttery graphics? Stick around because by the end, I'll not only expose the problems but also tell you who this device is actually for and when it could still be worth your money. So why should you care? Because dropping nearly $900 on a gaming laptop isn't small change. And you deserve the full picture, not just hyped specs and marketing fluff. Whether you're a student on a budget, an aspiring gamer, or even a casual user, I'm going to help you figure out if this ASUS is really the TUF, tough gaming buddy it's cracked up to be. But first, let me save you from a potential regret with some cold, hard truths. Here's a quick teaser. While the TUF Gaming A15's cooling system is marketed as one of its best features, it actually has some quirks that could affect your gaming experience. And if you think 8 GB of RAM is enough for today's games, I've got bad news. So keep watching, because I'm breaking down everything from performance and build quality to display and upgrade potential. But beware, it's not all rainbows and RGB lighting. Let's jump right in by dissecting the heart of this machine. The specs. The ASUS TUF Gaming A15 packs an AMD Ryzen 5 4600H processor, clocked up to 4.0 GHz, and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1654GB GDDR6 GPU. Sounds solid, right? On paper, yes. This combo should let you game on high settings in popular titles like Fortnite, Apex Legends, or even Cyberpunk 2077 at medium settings. Plus, the laptop boasts a crisp 15.6-inch 144Hz Full HD IPS-type display, promising buttery smooth visuals with less motion blur. However, scratch the surface and issues emerge. The GTX 1650 is a budget-friendly GPU, but it's already 2 gaming generations old. So, if you're chasing the latest AAA games at high frame rates, this may not cut it. One geeky gamer friend told me it's like bringing a butter knife to a gunfight. Sure, it gets the job done but barely. And let's talk about that 8 GB RAM. Nowadays, many games recommend 16 GB to ensure smooth multitasking and stable gameplay. With only 8 GB, you'll often find yourself juggling RAM-hungry background apps or facing annoying in-game stutters. The storage is another aspect where compromises start to show. The TUF A15 comes with a 512 GB PCIe NVMe M.2 SSD, which loads games fast and slashes wait times. But for serious gamers or digital creators, that can fill up quickly with large AAA game installs. And the model doesn't prioritize easy upgrades as some rivals do. Speaking of upgrades, the laptop uses DDR4 3200 MHz RAM, so technically, there's potential for expansion. But it's a bit fiddly and not beginner-friendly. If you're not comfortable popping open laptops, this could be a barrier. Now onto the cooling system, advertised as patented anti-dust cooling, ADC, something ASUS really wants you to trust. The idea: keep your laptop running cool and extend its lifespan by preventing dust buildup in the fans and vents. Sounds promising, right? It is, to an extent, but users have spotted a catch. When pushed hard during long gaming sessions, the laptop tends to get loud and warm, something you might expect, but not to this degree. One reviewer jokingly dubbed it the jet engine disguised as a laptop. And trust me, you'll want to wear earplugs if silence is your thing. Add to that the build. The laptop proudly wears the MIL STD 810H military standard badge, implying it's rugged and can survive drops and rough handling. While the chassis is undoubtedly tougher than many flimsy plastic competitors, you shouldn't confuse this with tank-level durability. This laptop can take some knocks, but it's still a sensitive tech device under the hood. Plus, the overall weight and thickness aren't the most travel-friendly. It feels like lugging a small notebook and a sandwich everywhere. If you've ever tried typing on a keyboard that feels like you're pounding on old piano keys, you'll appreciate what ASUS did with their backlit keyboard rated for 20 million keystrokes. It's solid, tactile, and does a fine job for gaming and work sessions alike. Plus, the RGB lighting adds a cool gamer vibe. But the key travel and spacing may feel cramped to bigger-handed users, making marathon sessions slightly uncomfortable. What about connectivity? The laptop sports one of the fastest Intel Wave 2 Wi-Fi 5 modules, offering blazing data transfer rates up to 1.7 Gbps, which is a definite plus if you play online or stream content. It also has a decent variety of ports including USB Type-C, multiple USB Type-A, and HDMI for external displays. Unfortunately, no Thunderbolt 3 here, so if you rely on ultra-fast peripherals or external graphics docks, you'll have to look elsewhere. Rehooking here. If you're scratching your head wondering, is this laptop worth your money or just an average budget performer, hold tight. We're about to weigh the pros and cons, and I'll reveal some practical advice on who should really consider buying it. Because despite some flaws, it's not all doom and gloom. A little story to help contextualize. A friend of mine picked the ASUS TUF Gaming A15 as his first gaming laptop, mainly because he's a college student on a tight budget. He loved that it could handle esports games smoothly, and had a display that didn't strain his eyes during late-night cram sessions. However, after about 6 months of use, he noticed the fan noise was louder than expected, and some games started lagging when he had Chrome and Discord open simultaneously. Upgrading RAM helped, but it wasn't an option he planned for initially. This experience sums up the laptop's sweet spot. It's great for budget-conscious gamers who can handle some tweaking, but not ideal for power users demanding flagship performance straight out of the box. Let's inject a bit of gamer humor here. What do gamers call the ASUS TUF A15's cooling fan? The whoopee cushion, because it sounds funny but doesn't really help with comfort. Okay, bad joke, but sometimes you need a laugh to survive overheating sessions. So what about screen quality? The 15.6, 144 Hz IPS type panel is a highlight, delivering vibrant colors and smooth motion. This high refresh rate is ideal for fast-paced games, reducing motion blur and input lag. Yet, it's labeled IPS type rather than true IPS, meaning colors and viewing angles aren't as premium as higher-end models. Additionally, the brightness caps around 250 nits, so outdoor or bright room visibility can be challenging. If you're a streamer or content creator, don't expect professional-grade color accuracy. Another tiny detail that matters to many: battery life. The ASUS TUF Gaming A15 isn't a marathon runner. Under gaming stress tests, battery life can drop as low as 3 to 4 hours, and general use might stretch to 6 hours of mixed productivity. For heavy gamers or users who travel without a power outlet in reach, that spells trouble. And while the charger is compact, you'll want it nearby during sessions, or you might find yourself mid-match on a forced pause. Time for the second joke. Why did the laptop bring a blanket to the game? Because it wanted to stay warm during intense heat spikes. Seriously though, thermal throttling can slightly reduce performance during long sessions, so keep that in mind. So after all the roasting, who should actually consider buying the ASUS TUF Gaming A15? First, budget-conscious gamers who want decent performance without breaking the bank. If you primarily play esports titles or older AAA games and plan to upgrade RAM yourself later, this is a solid entry point. Students or users needing a tough laptop that can double as a work machine and casual gaming rig will find value here. Also, if you're attracted to the military-grade durability and don't mind some fan noise, the TUF A15 can be a reliable companion. On the flip side, if you crave cutting-edge graphics with ray tracing or plan intensive video editing and streaming workflows, this laptop may leave you frustrated. Professionals and gamers wanting a silent, slim, and portable device might want to look at higher-priced ASUS ROG or competitors with more robust hardware and better thermals. To recap, the ASUS TUF Gaming A15 offers great value with a Ryzen 5 CPU, decent GTX 1650 graphics, fast 144Hz display, and sturdy build quality, all at under $900. But it comes with compromises like limited RAM, occasional thermal throttling, louder fans, and so-so screen brightness. For some, it's the perfect budget gateway into gaming laptops. For others, it might feel like a frustrating jack-of-all-trades, master of none. Before we wrap up, here's one last chuckle. Why don't gamers ever answer laptops during gameplay? Because every call might be a fan club meeting, especially on the TUF A15. Okay, that was my best pun yet. Trust me, laughter helps when laptop fans roar louder than your keyboard smashing. If you're ready to weigh all this info and decide for yourself, I've done the legwork and linked the best price for the ASUS TUF Gaming A15 on Amazon down in the description below. Grab it there if it fits your needs and budget. Remember, no laptop is perfect, but knowing the pros and cons gives you power over buyer's remorse. Thanks for sticking with me through this brutally honest review. If you found this helpful, give a thumbs up, subscribe for more tech deep dives, and comment your experience if you've used the TUF Gaming A15, good or bad. Your insights might just save someone else from a gaming headache or help them score a killer deal. Alright gamers, keep your rigs cool, your frames high, and your game strong. See you in the next video.